If your world leaders who are in house are not acting accordingly, and you could physically see that nobody in house is acting accordingly, everybody is feuding with everybody, nobody could come on the same terms with nothing, what do you think society is going to do? Because there's no structure. If these politicians, these people are supposed to be the structure for this country, where they're supposed to set an example on certain things, not within our personal life, but a certain example on certain things. With, they're supposed to be here for us, they're supposed to help us, they're supposed to guide us, blah, all these things. And if they're not conducting themselves at the standard that they want us to look at them as, what do you think people in society are going to do? Because remember, they're supposed to be the structure. So if nobody in house is acting accordingly, they're acting like baboons and nobody can figure nothing out, what do you think people are going to do? They're going to act just like what they're seeing. This is why we have all this chaos right now, because nobody is acting accordingly, because there's no structure. Everybody is doing what they want to do and how they want to do it. And this is just literally, this is why we're having all this mass destruction, all these random attacks, all these things, because there is no structure, there is no balance, there is nothing. I have not seen the president, the mayor, nobody come out about any of these things to talk about it, except for the mayor or the governor from New Orleans when that guy hit the car. But I have not seen the president. I have not seen anybody else go over there and ask them if they're okay. I have not seen no local news here. They have talked about it, but these presidents or whatever have not been even on the local news here to talk about it. So what happens? When people start seeing that there's no structure in house, they start taking advantage of there's no structure in house. There's no structure in the house, so we're going to act like baboons. And this is exactly what's happening. This is exactly what's happening. And what's going to happen is going to continue to happen. It's going to continue to happen because there's no structure nowhere. There is no structure. People that are getting arrested for things that they didn't even do, but the people that are doing things don't get arrested, don't get no news camera, don't get nothing. None of this makes any sense. Again, because there is no structure in house. I'm not justifying that the house needs to control us or anything of that nature, but you have to understand, a lot of people operate of that energy. If there's nobody here to control, we could do whatever the fuck we want to do. You understand what I'm trying to say? There's going to be more incidents and more dynamics and more ugly situations, because right now this country is going to be on attack for every little thing, because they know that those baboons up there are not paying attention to what's going on. Because they know that nobody's paying attention to the ones out here. What's the problem with what's the problem with the ones out here? We're regular people living our normal to the everyday lives, and nobody is here trying to protect us or protect whoever it may be, because they're worried about stupid things up there in that house. So therefore, people are just running free and doing whatever the fuck they want to do, and they're winning. So what happens? If one does it, another person's going to do it. It's going to be a domino effect. It's going to continue to be a domino effect, because that's how it works. Oh, he did this, I'm going to do it bigger. Because he didn't get in trouble. They didn't do this to him. I'm going to do it bigger. And that's called, it's not even, I don't want to think it's called terrorism. I think it's just more, let's see what we could get away with. Because if he went there and he didn't get this and he didn't, it's just going to continue to happen until certain things change. It's just too much happening. It's going to be a lot of ugly things happening. And I pray to God and all my spiritual guides that the kids, senior citizen, babies, and things of that nature are not harmed in the process of all these things that are about to happen. Because when you let one thing happen and you don't put a stop and you don't we're not taking this shit anymore, they're going to continue to do it because they're going to prove their point. They are actually proving their point. There's a point to be proved here. Look at the point. The point is that there's no fucking structure. People are running wild and doing exactly what they want to do. People might complain that this country has too much, but you need to have structure when you have people that have different mentalities. When you have people that run different things. When you have people who process a lot of things mentally, emotionally, financially, physically different. You have to be able to handle everything accordingly. If everything is in a circle, but right now nothing is in a circle. Everybody's just running wild like make chaos. They're gonna try to do a lockdown like they did for COVID. And when they try to do that lockdown for COVID, that's gonna start a war, a rival war, a war that they're not ready for. I just hope and pray that you guys understand, like I understand. I understand that we're running out of emotions, but emotions is going to get us hurt because we still have to live here. We still have kids here. And we still have foundation here. So I pray on every God that I know and every spiritual path that I know that never gets where it needs to, where never leads to that direction, down that direction. Sorry. Because from what I could see, it's not a beautiful thing. It's not. And these attacks are not as calculated as they seem. The thing is, because energy and time and all that with spirituality is hitting different. With energy and time, they look like they're the same, but they are kind of the same, but they're not the same. The thing is that everybody is woke and everybody believes in something. And everybody believes that I'm right, you're wrong, I'm right, you're wrong. I just hope and pray that what I see, this massive destruction, does not happen. Because where will we go? Where will we take our kids? How will we process this? And we're tough cookies because we can't be broken any more than we already have been broken by the system. But it's not fair either. Just because we can handle stress and trauma does not mean that we need it anymore. Amen.